YouTube family, what it do? Today is Monday, November 18th, 2024. It's your man, Big D, and I'm back with another one. I want to thank all of you for continuing to support and rock out with my son and I. He and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, this past weekend, old Jake Paul and Mike Tyson got in the ring. And to say the least, I was kind of disappointed. First off, let me say this. Mike Tyson, at 58 years old, this man got me by a couple years, and I know how I feel when I wake up on the normal. So I can only imagine him being 2 years from 60. Oh, he going through it. And although he is in excellent shape, and although nowadays, older folk tend to lean toward being more healthy, conscientious, and eating right and training, but not to the point of preparing for a boxing match. But Mike made 20 mil. Yeah, I think Big D would have got in there and tried to throw a couple blows. I probably got knocked out, maybe. Who knows? Hey, on any given night, anybody can catch one. Anybody can catch a fade. But I was disappointed because, I grew up watching Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is still the youngest heavyweight champion of the world. Getting the belt at like 20 years old. Listen, that's unheard of. And unless there's going to be a reincarnation of another Mike Tyson or some damn Bruce Lee or somebody, ain't nobody's going to take that record. Not in my lifetime, if ever. But, here's the thing, though. The thing that was so disappointing was because when I saw the video shorts that Mike Tyson's camp would put out showing how blazing fast he still was, how he still had power, because believe it or not, family, yes, as we age, our quick reflexes, we tend to lose that. But as far as like power, no, that power never goes anywhere. Power never goes anywhere. The reflexes and quickness, yes, it does. So when I was watching Mike Tyson doing his training, man, he looked amazing. And I thought that all he had to do was, because I personally think that he had enough gas to get him to at least, the third round. We've seen Mike Tyson. I remember the days when if you got up and went to the bathroom, you missed the fight because Mike Tyson had slept somebody. So I was thinking that, man, Mike Tyson moving the way he moving on his video shorts, man, all he got to do is catch Jake because, yeah, Jake done got his skills up a little bit, but he, Mike Tyson done forgot more about boxing than Jake Paul will probably ever know. So my thing is, I thought that, damn, all he got to do is just catch him. But it just seemed like Mike didn't look like Mike. Mike didn't look like the older beast that we saw on those training videos. I wonder why that is. Could it have been scripted? I think maybe so. They say, when we look at the every year, the Super Bowl, they say the same teams always scripted to win. The Super Bowls are rigged. Hey, it might be some proof to it. I think, hey, when you're dealing with money and you're dealing with people and people stand to make a lot of money to throw a fight, win a fight, referees stand to make a lot of money, umpires stand to make a lot of money just for, just calling, making one bad call, change the whole outcome of a football game, basketball game, baseball game, and even a boxing match. So, needless to say, I was disappointed because what I didn't want to see my man Tyson get knocked out. The way Jake Paul knocked out some of them other dudes, man, I just did not want to see that. And I don't think Jake Paul had the. If he would have knocked Tyson out, it would have been because Tyson was tired. And a lot of times when boxers get knocked out, it's because they're getting tired. They barely able to keep going, and all it takes is one good one on the chin, and that's it, lights out. So that's what I was most afraid of. But as I start looking at the fight, I'm like, man, these two dudes ain't really trying to take each other head off. They just trying to put on a good show. And you know what? I can't blame them. You know, I hear Jake Paul, he done went from this little white dude doing crazy ass videos on YouTube and made a lot of money and making a lot of money. Now look at what he's doing. You know, if he really wants to be taken seriously as a boxer, he is going to have to fight one of these young heavyweights that's in his same weight class, around his same age, and he gonna have to knock one of them out to be taken seriously. Anything short of that, him knocking out has-beens and knocking out guys who ain't really real boxers. No, he all he gonna do is just keep making money, and maybe that's what the lick is. Maybe it's really all about the money. Maybe Jake Paul might be saying one thing, and really and truly, it's about another. Just like, you know, him and Mike was talking all that banter and back and forth, saying what they was gonna do. Mike saying he was gonna put him to sleep. Jake Paul saying he gonna kill Mike. It's all this stuff. Mike slapped the shit out of Jake Paul. Listen, at the end of the day, all of that could have been scripted. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit up here and cap and say that I wasn't watching Netflix and seeing what was going on, because I was sure watching it. Hey, if you already got Netflix or you already got access to somebody Netflix account username and password, well, guess what? You was able to watch the fight. And because it was free for those people that already had Netflix or had access to Netflix. Now, if you didn't, and you had to just pay for it like you would a regular heavyweight fight, then, you know, you might have to pay the $59 or $60. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because I had access. But nevertheless, it was good entertainment. And the two females that boxed, let me tell you, that was probably the best fight of the night. Those two women put on the best showing, and I hope they got their bag of money, because they deserve it. Especially at the Puerto Rican that got split open. Yeah, man, that girl was headbutting her, leading with her head. So, but nevertheless, that was a very good match. And if for not, but only that alone, I would have still, you know, viewed in and turned it on. Because I know a lot of people saying they not even going to watch it. And I'm like, well, it's free. Why not watch it? What else are you doing? What about all them other crazy-ass BS movies on Netflix that you watch that would never make it to the movie theater? So if you watch that, why won't you watch, you know? But anyway, I get it. But family, what say you? Do you think Mike Tyson was crazy for getting back in the ring? I mean, now he done took another L to, I can see if he fought, you know what I'm saying, a legitimate fighter, but he done tarnished his record, took another L. Yeah, he made 20 mil though. And I think Mike Tyson has said that he don't care about his legacy and his name, you know, because when he's dead, nobody, you know, as far as he's concerned, nobody's going to really remember him. I don't agree with that. But that's his perspective. So was he too old? Could he have gotten hurt? When is enough money enough money? Because sometimes we have this thing called greed, that we already have money, which Mike does, because he has his hands in a lot of money bags, you know, from medical marijuana to he's acting to, you know, he goes around and does podcasts. So, you know, he has a book. He has all kind of things that he's done. So he's making bread. So was this really about the 20 mil, or was it about his passion for the sport? I don't know. But at some point, Mike got to understand that, yeah, you still got the little moves, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you in training, but when you in front of a 27-year-old dude that's way younger than you, way faster than you, hey, I get it. You know, I know, I see the little young dudes out in the gym and stuff, and yeah, from a physical standpoint, some of us older men look just as good as they do. But to sit up and say, oh, as an older man, you can get up on there and you still bench pressing 315, 400, 405. I don't know. Now, some can, because I think Shannon Sharp, which is about 55, 56, he's still repping out 315. So it just depends on the person. But nevertheless, at some point, the older men have to enlighten and give knowledge to the younger men. And then at that point, we have to give, as older men, we have to give the younger men the reins and let them run with it, and hope that we mentored them well, we taught them well, so that they can continue to get at the bag, they can continue to create that generational wealth, and they can keep moving the country forward. That's all we can hope for. But as we continue to get older, us men, one thing is for certain, and two things is for sure. Any person born of a woman is eventually going to age out, if you lucky enough, because we have people that pass away when they're 20s, 30s. So, the Grim Reaper don't have no age group. He'll snatch them all. So if you're fortunate enough to make it to your 50s and beyond, that is a blessing in and of itself. And if you can do that while still getting at the bag of money, creating your wealth, and if you're lucky enough to impart that knowledge to the next generation that's going to precede you, then that's what life's journey is all about. But what say you, family? Always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.